Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Riesa Pascal. Author and life coach Mark Neff recently published a book titled Diving into Darkness to Find the Light. The book has some pretty intense subjects, so we've been breaking it down by chapter. Last month we talked about sexual identity, and today we're going to talk about cancer. Mark was actually 32 years old when he was diagnosed with testicular cancer, and he's been in remission for 15 years. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
So happy that you're able to be sitting here with us today, healthy. But with that having been shared, what was going on in your mind back then?
Oh my goodness. If you can imagine, it's an emotional storm that goes on. You're faced with the shock and trauma of hearing those words, you have cancer. And then you're faced with, am I going to be able to fight this? What's it going to be like? It's a lot of unknowns that you're faced with.
Right.
So it's really, really traumatic.
And then your family, now you've had to process this yourself and you have to share this awful news with your loved ones. How was your family in taking this and hearing that?
It was hard. And I think especially for my parents and my twin brother, just them, it took me years to learn this, but they were faced with potentially losing me. I was faced with something that I had that I knew I wanted to fight as strong as I could and get over it. So it ended up becoming a juggling act. I feel like not only fighting the cancer became one of my roles, but also kind of assuring them that I was going to be okay. So it's an interesting frame of mind.
Absolutely. And then what have you learned from that experience?
I think I learned to be present. Even when I was going through treatments, I tried to focus and take each day with as much optimism as I could. I think a healthy frame of mind can be healing for the body. I did give myself 5 to 10 minutes a day to be sad because I think there's a lot of kind of emotional stuff that comes with that type of treatment as well. The steroids wreak havoc on the body. But I feel like, just going in and be the biggest, strongest fighter you can be.
Absolutely. And if you don't mind me asking, how long were you actually in that battle for?
I was supposed to go through 12 weeks of intense treatment, but my body responded so well that I was able to do only 9 weeks, which was great.
And you've been in remission for 15 years?
15 years, yeah.
Wow, incredible. We probably have some viewers here who are going through a struggle like that, or even maybe family of loved ones who are going through a struggle like that. Could you share some advice for anyone who's suffering from that?
Oh, absolutely. I think just give yourself grace, but also give yourself permission to vocalize what you need. My parents wanted me to come and stay at their house when I was going through treatment, but I needed to be in my place because it was my sanctuary.
Right.
So reach out to friends, family, and accept the help. It's really hard for a lot of people to ask for help, but this is a time when you'll really need it. And I think receiving it is the second part of asking for it.
Right.
And then, thirdly, there are a lot of support groups. I used a free cancer community support group the whole time I was going through treatment. And it can be really rewarding and really helpful to talk to other people that are in the same boat as you.
I think a lot of times it's such an uncomfortable topic to talk about. If you know someone who's going through that, maybe you're not sure how to approach it necessarily. You want to let the person know that you care, but you're just not sure where to start. What were some things that were encouraging to you from your friends and loved ones that people can take away and apply to their own life?
Absolutely. One of my friends that strikes me immediately, she showed up with a bunch of gift cards. And she said, I don't know what you're going through, but I imagine that some days you're not going to feel like cooking. So I hope these help you in your journey. So I think just think outside of the box and think about some things that people might not be able to do when they're going through treatment. And those little things really pack a punch.
Wonderful. And as we shared at the top, you do have a book in which you're sharing this story and other stories, things you've gone through. Can you tell us about the book and where we can get that?
Absolutely. The book's for sale on Amazon. It's now available in paperback and in Kindle. And part of one of the chapters deals with my cancer experience. So I hope it can help others going through this.
Nice. Well, I think this interview has already helped others, so I'm sure your book will also be very helpful. So, Mark, thank you so much for joining us. We always love having you on the show.
Oh, thank you so much.